welcome to Kakandi Drugs Pharmacy. We supply a wide range of medicine, supplements, over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, and medical equipment. Visit us today at Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas, or contact us at 345-6148. Call Ceiling Experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
Okay, my friends, pleasant, good Saturday afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. And those of you who are locked on watching our program, and maybe some of you have been anticipating, maybe today you all would call us at 740-3347 and highlight some of the atrocities, some of the pain, some of the suffering that you are going through. This morning, I tell you something, a lot of people came to me, right? And we recorded in studio how many people came today, and most of those persons, they have a lot of problems, and they are very fearful to go on air live. So I told them, please call us 740-3347, right? That's the number that you can reach us and highlight some of the atrocities. Maybe there are persons just like yourselves who are facing the same challenges when it comes to tenancy in Trinidad and Tobago. That's a big, massive problem. Right? Tenancy in Trinidad and Tobago, where people come to you and they pretend that they are good clients for you. And sometimes I'll give you the rundown when we come in.
And Imam, they bring recommendations.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying to you all, those of you who are locked on, we have a really strong, powerful program today. And we would like you all to join with us. Please, join with us. That is the only way we can really and truly build this network and let people understand that really and truly you have a voice. Remember, we are not charging a single cent to come on the airwaves of Sentinel Media Broadcasting. This is a free program. This is a program paid by management and staff and owner of this broadcasting unit. And we are here, my friends, myself, Imam Rashid Karim, and my co-host, Mr. Premchand Baldev. We are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, highlighting the anomalies and the atrocities that is plaguing our society when it comes to representation from the governmental level, from the opposition level, from the public service sector, and you name it, my friends. There's lots and lots of challenges that we have to go through. Just in our neighboring country, Guyana, there's a war that is breaking in, and maybe my friends, those of you who are locked on again, maybe you, Trinidad and Tobago, I don't want to really highlight everything now. Prem, take over.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Imam Rashid Karim. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, and a pleasant Saturday, good afternoon to each and everyone. And as the Imam said, my friends, we have a full stock, well stock, and a bumper program for you today. Now, for the past 2 days, I was not around. I was mandated by the Imam to go to certain parts of this country to do certain investigations. The results of these investigations would be made known in subsequent programs, right? Because I have not compiled everything in order for the director. So, my friends, we have entered into the last month of this year,
December.
2023 to December, right? And I have some questions for you all, and I have some pertinent questions that I would like the Imam to answer today. So as the program go along and as we unfold, we will get into that. But the first question is, all right, are we as a people, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, better off in this December, 1 year ago, last December? Are we better off? Hold on, Imam, hold on, Imam.
Yeah.
And I know
You're
you have...
quick to answer.
Yes, I know that, right?
Quick to answer. Quick on the draw.
Yes. And if your answer is no, if your answer is no, the next question is why? And if your answer is yes, then you need to tell Trinidad and Tobago Sentinel Program what progress and betterment have the people achieved by both the government and the opposition forces that governs this country. Imam.
Right. Okay. So, Prem, that is a really, really easy question to answer. And anybody with honesty in their forefronts of their mind, without thinking about any delinquency and maybe any fibbing here, there.
The most important word you use there, Imam. That's why the question was posed. Is honesty in your
Honesty,
answer.
Yeah. So I would say clearly indicating to John public outside there, nobody in their right mind could ever say that we were better than where we were last year.
December.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I tell you something, when it comes to crime, we have accelerated as though we have lost control behind the steering wheel. And we have been lamenting, we have been telling you, the public of Trinidad and Tobago, that we have to be very, very mindful, we have to be careful of our surrounding. This is December month, everybody wants to live hot, they want to live, you know, in a very hearty and a very fat surrounding.
And we drop our guard, our security guards. Yes.
They want to live. They want to live out of the fat of the hardworking citizens of this country and enjoy with their families, while you, the hardworking citizens who are toiling from morning to night. I tell you something. Hey, let me tell you all something. Trinidad and Tobago, hats off to the business community. I want to say this over and over. You see, these business people in Trinidad and Tobago, whether you are African, whether you are Indian, whether you are Syrian, whatever you are, you, the hardworking citizens and the business community, you are the ones who have this country alive. Because if you, as a citizen of this country, doing your business and you are paying your relevant taxes, that is the only way the public service could be paid their salaries and enjoy a good Christmas. Right? And here it is, our government has promised the public sector, the public servants 3%, and then lo and behold, why it is that they have deferred it for February? 4%. Why? Why have they deferred it when knowing for a fact that people would need that extra cash during this December month to really and truly, as Prem mentioned, the Yuletide season is upon us, and everybody, they want to change a little curtain here, they want to buy some fruits, they want to buy some vegetables, they want to, you know, do something around
Yeah, but
their
Imam,
homes.
Christmas is a time of giving.
Yeah.
And I always say in this program, as I always say from a little boy growing up, the government is like a god in your country. They decide how much taxes you pay. They decide whether the road you drive on is smooth. They decide how much is the electricity bill. They decide if you pay property tax or no. Right? And you have said, the Minister of Finance has said, 4% would be paid by December. Not so?
Yes.
Now the Prime Minister comes and says, hey, hush them out.
Yeah.
That can't be so. We're going to pay that in February or sometime.
And maybe chances are just like the Bridal Road Bridge.
It might be delayed.
Just like the Bridal Road Bridge that has been delayed and will continue to be delaying unless Sentinel Media Broadcasting really and truly do not put some fire under the heats of the MPs, the councillors, and the relevant agency, especially WASA, and especially those persons who are in charge, line ministers of the relevant agencies, to really and truly put some pressure on that action so that that Bridal Road Bridge that is traversed by thousands and thousands of people, my friends, could be accessible again once more and people can live a comfortable life. Because I tell you something, there is approximately 17 business places before the bridge, and approximately, about 50 after the bridge, that really and truly depend. Now we are talking, sometimes when we look at this scenario, we are only thinking about 11 or 12 business places before the bridge. But what about
they are all affected,
the
Imam.
other customers on the other side? They are, maybe they have a little more traffic, but I tell you something, the government of Trinidad and Tobago should be thinking, especially via the MPs, right? The members of parliament need to raise this issue in parliament. And I think parliament is going to shut down for the Yuletide season in a short while. And maybe nobody's going to listen to the plights of these residents of Bridal Road, where that bridge really and truly is their bread, is their livelihood, right? It is their bread earner.
Imam, the situation with the Bridal Road people, the business sector, is so bad that they all said in the last time we viewed their pleas, right? That they are unable to pay their electricity bill, which is the most common bill.
At least the government of the... And I tell you something. I would not, as a...
Waiver the electricity bill for these people.
Something, that's what I was not going to say. I'm not going to really and truly blame the ministers as much as I would blame the member of parliament, especially when
I agree with you.
I would not blame them so much. I would blame the members of parliament more than the ministers, right? Simply because this is your constituency. And do not allow yourself to be happy, enjoying your Christmas in your fantasy world, while residents who voted for you, my friends, residents who vote, and that's one of the reasons why I always say this and I mention this. Kamla Prasad Bisesa mentioned, I heard this from her mouth. She said that the only time that she had a good night's sleep is the night that she lost the election. So it clearly indicated from that line, from that statement, that she was 24/7 in her job. And that is how every single MP should be. Every single MP should be in their job 24/7. A doctor don't hang up his stethoscope.
Correct.
His stethoscope. A doctor don't hang up their stethoscope. That is something that they always keep with them, because you can't say I'm a doctor part-time. You can't say that I'm a doctor full-time. In the true sense of the word, you are a doctor as long as you have health, strength, and ability.
Yeah, but Imam, had the people of Bridal Road not protest, do you think you would have heard or seen the MP for that area? And the MP is, I am not bashing nobody here, the MP is fully aware that the blasted bridge breakdown.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And no traffic is passing there.
Exactly.
But you only show your pretty nice face, your powered up face, when the citizens back.
Yeah.
Right?
And we are going to continue. I tell you something, just as how you all, I tell you something, I don't rest, sir. I don't rest. I just like Kamla Prasad Bisesa. I continuously on my job. She will still rest when she lost. Win, loss, or draw, I am still on the beat, in other words. And we are going to be, I tell you something, my camera crew is going to visit Christmas Day. We're going to visit the families. And we're going to highlight, we're going to have a special program for those families to enter air and to ventilate their grievances straight towards the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago and the relevant agencies, namely the members of parliament and the councillors, because they will be enjoying themselves and these people, they will be suffering. So we're going to take a break, my friends. We want you all to listen carefully. We have a major problem in Trinidad and Tobago, a major problem, right? There are people who come in to rent your buildings. Yesterday morning and this morning, at least 4 yesterday and 4 this morning. They came to me and they asked me, Imam, how can we? Do you know any bailiff? Do you know anybody who could come and repossess things and you know, get these people out of my apartment? So much so, and you know, how do you think that they really and truly come to me, Prem? How? You see, basically, people are stealing the light bulb. People are stealing the doors. People are breaking up the toilet. People are damaging the face basin. They are taking out the windows. And all these things these people are doing when they are leaving the apartment after not paying the landlord for many months, 6 months, 8 months. A lady from Pierre Road came to me yesterday and it really and truly pained me, right? That lady is sick, Prem. That lady fell down and she spent over $93,000 in her feet. And then recently again, she was trying to walk again, and then she fell down and she hit her shoulder. And that's another set of money. And there are tenants who's renting her building, right? And they have left with owing her $17,000. How can people live like that? And we brought it up in this station. I have tenants the same way. I have delinquent tenants. And you know something, when men like me, and we put them up on Facebook, people would say that, hey, look at the Imam. The Imam had no mind for these people. Now it's Christmas time. And this is that and the next. I have to...
Yeah, but 6 months rent ago. Wasn't Christmas?
No, that's what I say. People, I tell you something. And I want to tell the public of Trinidad and Tobago today. If people say you're an ass, say thank you. If they say you're a good man, say thank you. If they say you're a fool, say thank you. Because I tell you something. Nobody in the correct mind, nobody in this country, nobody in this world, you could ever please anybody. Because if you give somebody something, Prim, they want 2. You get them 5, they want 10. And that is the attitude of people. Nobody, and let me tell you something, they will sit down in the corner. They will wait by the junction. They will wait all over the place, watching to see what you drive in and what you make in and what you think. They don't know businessmen in this country. Sometimes they go without breakfast. They go without lunch break, right? They had to pay the bill. They had to fork this, fork that, and get their action in order to make ends meet. They might be driving a good vehicle. That is the reason why I tell you, Trinidad and Tobago, you should have highest respect for the legitimate business community in Trinidad and Tobago, those people who have this country alive. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, my friends, I tell you something. We want you all those persons who owing you, all those persons who owing you rent, you give us a photo of the tenant and give us a photo of the contract and tell us how much money they owe in you so that we could put it on this station and people would understand. Do not take these bad tenants, because I tell you something, they are living out of the country, they are living out of the hard working. And you know the hard part about it? One man, he rented an apartment. Listen carefully, Trinidad and Tobago. This man rented an apartment in Shogunas there. And you know what happened? He owed 11,000. The other one was 17. He owed 11,000, 4 months rent. Right? 4 months rent. And you know what he's doing now? He calling and threatening the landlord. He calling and threatening the landlord.
Yeah, but Imam, with all this, right? What right? When I say what right, legally, does the landlord have to recover his money?
None.
So what is the government? What is the opposition doing about this?
The opposition and the government. I don't think anybody. I think we had to get our MP to raise this issue in Parliament.
And we will.
People have contracts. They have legitimate contracts, right?
And it has been breached in the worst manner.
And when you take them to court, they're not even going to court. Number one, you have to pay lawyers again to get that, and they're not. And then behind that, at the bottom of it, they call in and threaten you in the night, and I will kill you, and I will kidnap your son, and I will kidnap your daughter, and I will rape this one, and I will rape that one. And that is how the attitude of people. And we have no redress because we have been calling. We have been calling on the Commissioner of Police. Please, Miss Lady, Commissioner of Police, right? Tell the John public outside, the legitimate people, what can we do to defend our loved ones, our families, and our property? What type of protection and preventative measures can we use? People have firearm, right? And they don't know what and when they could use it and how they could use it. People have legitimate firearm, and they don't know. We don't even find out. We don't have people outside there don't even come out and say, well, look, you have a firearm. I know for a fact that you can't discharge your firearm in John public 400 meters 40 feet and all these. We know all those things. But if a man running you down, right? A man bunks you from the back of the vehicle, and he running towards you, right? He running towards you, and you pull out your legitimate firearm and you shoot that man, and maybe you maim him or you kill him, right? What is going to be the problem? You know what is going to be the problem? Number one, the police is going to seize your firearm.
Excessive force.
Yes, they're going to seize your firearm. Number two, investigation going to take 6 to 8 months. Number three, you are defenseless. Number four, you have to be scared out of your wits. Having a firearm, plenty people want to have a firearm, but they don't know what that is. That is a very burdensome thing. Owning a firearm is a very...
putting yourself at risk when others know you are the owner of a FUL.
Yes. So my friends, those of you who are locked on, let us talk about this tenancy problem. I'll tell you something. We have a lot of problem in this country, Trinidad and Tobago. Right? We have things like school violence again. You look via the social media. Hey, we're taking too long with the break. Let's take a break.
Yes.
Let's take a break.
We have bills to pay. welcome back, friends, to our program Hardfacts, viewed on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. With me in studio is Imam Rashid Karim, very, very busy businessman, minister of religion. And Imam told me we have to finish on time frame. Do not extend the program. He has to attend to a funeral. He has to officiate in a funeral at 2 o'clock somewhere in Petersfield. Freeport, yeah. So we're here. Now, Imam, I asked a question and you answered it partially. All right? The question was this. We are in December 2023. A year ago, which was December 2022, are we better off than 1 year after? If your answer is yes, how? And if your answer is no, why? Right? What progress and betterment have we as a people of Trinidad and Tobago made? Now, Imam, may I refresh your memory and the memory of our viewers and Trinidad and Tobago? This year, we have seen an increase in banditry.
Right.
And colloquially speaking, choke and rob, if you know what that means.
Yeah.
Rough your chain,
Yeah.
take your money, this, that. Choke and rob, they call it in Guyana. We have seen an increase in crime, in home invasions, especially in 2023. Kidnappings, missing person. Thank God for a hunter search and rescue.
Yeah.
They have taken over that aspect of policing.
Yeah.
No forex, no foreign exchange. You recall that, Imam?
Yeah.
Right. We have seen our government signing no disclosure deals.
Yeah.
Now tell me something. We put you in charge there to run the political and financial affairs of our country, and you are signing deals and calling it no non-disclosure deals. What the heck? Who invented that phrase, that law, Imam? But hold on, don't answer. I know you're going to answer, right? We have seen, what you call here, we have had a local election, a local government election in 2023. Prior to the election, roads were bad, no water, no electricity, home invasions, everything was there. A lot of promises was made in the political platforms, Imam. All right? Rock back the matic, or what they call it, light them up and all kind of dotage talk. That has come and gone. Everything remained the same. But food prices go up.
Yeah.
All right? An increase in school violence. We have seen wars between Ukraine and Russia, wars between Israel and Palestine, and now one is bubbling, the revving, the brewing between Venezuela and our neighboring Guyana. All right? One area we have seen, and we are hoping that there would not be an increase in what you call TNTech rates. Property tax, we hope it will not come. The only thing kind of remain the same, Imam, is hardware prices.
No hardware prices. Right now, I'll tell you something.
I bought from you what you call Z-Polin galvanized water tanks, and you know it was almost the same price where it was in February gone.
What hardware owners doing in this hard time, right? People really and truly buying flash band. They don't have money to change the roof and all these things. So what we're doing right now, what I am doing in my business is that I have reduced the purlin to $135.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I have cut the profit margin to zero, in the true sense.
And that was the price February gone.
Yeah, no, it was higher. Now it is cheaper.
Okay.
Because of the cutting the profit margin when it comes to the competition in the hardware line right now. But again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, very, very important conversation. I really and truly don't want to deviate plenty from that, right? It is tenancy. Tenancy is a wild horse, is a wild beast that is really and truly raising its head in Trinidad and Tobago. And I tell you something, people are suffering because, you know what, they are scared to their wits. People are calling them and threatening that if you go and report me, I will come back for you in the night. And this is the hardship, this is the sufferation. Where can these people turn? How can they, you know, set up? I believe that the government of Trinidad and Tobago should set up a task force for just the Landlord Association of Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think they have anything like the Landlord Association. I think that is something that I will have to ignite. I will have to set up that, because again, in Trinidad and Tobago, if it doesn't have people like myself and people like Premchand Baldev and others like myself with that kind of viscosity level that would help people, willing to help people, my friends, nothing happen. Right?
Well, Imam, at this point, let me send a little hello to our MP Dinesh Rambali. All right? MP Rambali, you see what the Imam is speaking about? The rights of the landlord?
Yeah.
We are coming to your office. We are coming to your office and we are going to explain this in details and we are going to produce recommendations. All right? We would like you, our MP, to take this to Parliament and see what can be done.
Because
get legislation to fix it.
People are supposed to be calling, because this is not one-time thing or two-time thing. In Felicity area, there's over 50 or 75 people who are doing rental of properties, right? And I tell you something, every one of, normally I have set up something already, that if a man call, or a person come to rent, you put it up on the chat, and we will know exactly green light or not in Felicity, because that is what we know. There are people who are renting from John, and then they're going to Harry, and then they're going to Mary, and then they're going to Jack, and it's making a full circle. And when they finish with people in Felicity, they go in Monroe Road. And when they finish in Monroe Road, they go in Kunupia. And this is how they operate.
And owing as they leave.
And they owe in, and people are scared to their wits. People, they are living, I told you all, people are living 6 months free in your building. Because people are renting, they are paying 2 months, and 4 months they owe you. Right? And then they move in again to somebody building, and they're going to do the same thing, pay 2 months good, and then they're going to owe 4 months. And don't ever be friendly with your tenant. Don't be friendly with your tenant, because
it's a business,
it is what you are doing. When you show them your kindness and your weakness, they realize, hey, this lady alone living here, we go take advantage of she. Or this man alone living here, and he a little fresh, we go play with his mind. We go play with his mind and take his money. And that is what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago, if you all don't know. We are doing investigation. This is why I sent Premchand Balew. I sent him on a beat in Tunapuna. There is 3 persons in Tunapuna who have been owing rent and rent and rent. And it come to my attention that basically it is the same individual that have moved from one building to another building to another building. They pay the first month rent and they pay a down payment. And they live out that 2 months, and then they owe in 2 and 3 months. And when they can't pay, they're packing up the things in the night. They're taking the light bulb. They're taking the toilet seat. They're disconnecting the tap. They're taking everything. They leave in the front door, and they're taking the middle doors, and they're taking the toilet doors, and they're going with everything.
Cupboard doors, mats.
Everything.
Whatever spray, whatever, what you call, water fixtures.
Yeah, anything that
Everything
you have
goes.
in the apartment, they go in, and they only leave in the front door. And the hard part about it, they even carrying the key for him. They move in and they carrying the key. So when you come back,
Creeping up the wall.
yeah, and all that, you understand?
Creeping
So
up the
you
wall.
are you are
Writing obscenities. Allahu Akbar, all your so and so.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you have to do that report.
I will compile it and give it to the
bring
director.
it to the director, and we're going to pump it out here with the name of that individual. The name of that individual started with Charles. Right? I'm telling you all, the name is Charles. Right? I don't want to say the first name or the second name, but anybody come up with that name and say they want to rent, call us at Sentinel Media Broadcasting, and we will give you the information. We just want you all, and we're not being prejudiced. Not all Charles bad, eh? So don't feel that because we say Charles, that means to say that every Charles that come to rent your building. We're just saying that for those people who are living in Tunapuna area, this person has rented 3 buildings. And so far, from the information that we gather, he paid 2, a down payment and 1 rent. A down payment and 1 rent. A down payment and 1 rent. And this is December. So he paid, when you look at it, 2 by 2 by 2, and he lives 6 months free. And that is what they're doing, my friends. Right? Somebody had to take an initial stand, because I tell you something, the tenant in this country, they have the final say.
Land Tenants Association.
Yeah, you can't.
Do they have a landlord association?
You can't go and lock off their water. You can't go and take off the current. You can't do that. You have to give them 14 days notice.
And you know something, Imam? From investigation conducted, if water lock off, you have to provide water for them.
Exactly. And we can't even get water for ourselves.
Yes, you have to
but
pay
we
a
have to get
truck.
water for them.
Yes.
So my friends, those of you who are locked on, again, Hardfacts is your program. We are dealing with relevant issues. Director, we want you all to keep tab of the times today, because normally we exceed a little bit, but we don't want to exceed today because one of my family members here, one of my auntie, who I have known for the past 42 years. 42 years I've known her, since I was a little boy, and she died. And when the family came to me, I heard it. I heard it via the grapevine, but when I saw the son came to me this morning and say, Mommy always like you to be around, huh? So we want you to be there. So I have now to commit myself today, which is Saturday. I have to go there. I have to be there, maybe just to say a few words or even make a supplication or something like that. But my point is that good people are dying out. I'm telling you, good people are dying out. So to the family, I don't want to call their name over the program, but to the family who live in Freeport, I just want to say deepest condolences from Sentinel Media Broadcasting to you and to your entire family. And may God bless her. May God keep us, in that position whereby she would be resurrected on the day of judgment in a beautiful place, inshallah ta'ala. So my brothers and sisters, again, friends, we have some stills here. School, the police, the police are still probing, that school violence that took place. Right? the police are still, you know, they are probing that, the stabbing incident with the child that got stabbed. That is number one. Number two, in Tobago, we saw school violence last week. We don't want to show that video. And during the course of this week, those of you who are locked on, you would have realized again that there was another fight, but this one was somewhere in Trinidad, right? Where a girl, and you saw it, you saw how they initiated that. It is as though it is a planting. They come, they push the child on the wall,
Yes,
and then
yes.
they attack the child, and then afterwards maybe 2 or 3 friends come and start beating up the child and make sure that, and to ensure that the child get enough blows, and then they try to part, and then people are laughing. The miscreants, the one with the video, that is the miscreant person taking video. Instead of rendering assistance to that, he's taking video like, you know,
but
he's
Imam,
a big director.
in our days of school, and if there was a little a struggle or a little small fight, people, other students used to pull them away.
Pull them away.
Now they clapping.
Now they shoving them
and shoving
together
them to fight.
and all of fight, bossy face.
Is that sort of
And,
demons
it's
attend our
demons,
schools?
it's demons.
Huh?
I remember the Prime Minister talk about some hyenas, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
that
That is his
it
blessings.
is beyond that. It is beyond the
Beyond that.
hyena system now. Because when we look at the school violence taking place, right, I mean, it is extra too much. So my friends, again, that's number one. We saw, as the director was running the slides there, we saw the Children Authority said that 2,000 girls and 500 boys were abused during the pandemic. Look at there. Children Authority of Trinidad and Tobago stated that these are the figures that came out, and it is via the national media in Trinidad and Tobago. Children Authority mentioned that 2,000 girls and 500 boys were abused during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
but Imam, that information come into hand, right, to the Children's Authority. All right? What action has been taken?
That is something that's
Eh?
that's supposed to be debated in Parliament.
Who has been held
immediately.
accountable? Because for that information, you will have evidence
Yeah.
to know that 2,000 girl children were abused.
Yeah.
And only during the pandemic, which is
Yeah.
2 years.
Right. So these are very, very important statistics that is coming to the forefront. Again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, this is your program. Hard Facts is available to you as not a weapon. It is a medium of you highlighting the atrocities that has been perpetrated to you and upon your families when it comes to school violence, when it comes to lack of facilities, when it comes to poor infrastructure, when it comes to predial larceny. Because I tell you something, hey, people listen carefully. You have to be very careful what you buy in, eh? You have to be very, very careful what you buy in. I really don't want to make it a hysteria here. But again, my friends, you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah, Imam, so I want to know what you're talking about.
Now, we're talking about people
Because
who...
I'm in the loss.
Yeah, people right now, right? People are stealing. You know, sometimes, right? Listen carefully. Farmers would spray their produce. They would spray their produce with chemical. And they would know exactly in 2 days or 3 days' time that chemical would evaporate and it will
Wash out.
wash out.
Yes, so to
right?
speak.
Now, when a farmer spray his produce, whether it be pawpaw, whether it be cauliflower, whether it be cabbage, whatever produce that he sprays.
Bori, tomato,
right,
okra, whatever.
Right? Now, I tell you something. These miscreants and them going down there and they picking like they planted.
So and they know any man spray.
And they don't know any man spray. So all these things we ought to be looking at. I mean, I don't want to make it sound as though we're preventing people from buying it. But again, all these things are happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And the predial larceny squad
Is non-existent.
like one person came to me, right? Listen carefully, Trinidad and Tobago. All this is hard facts. This is not make-up story. We are not billing no clientele because we want to fool you. Come here Saturday, come here Monday, come here Wednesday, and mamaga you. No, we're not going to do that. We're talking about information that came to us via the studio. One man tell me, Prem, you know something, he lost his waka, right? He lost his spray can. He lost complete artillery that he's using in his farm, in his gardening, right? Now, he made a report to predial larceny, and the predial larceny squad came. And when they came, imagine a man, he buy a waka for 3 years, right? They want to know what is his serial number. They want to know this, that, the next. Now, the guy did his investigation already. And the guy telling the police that the man who stole this is living there. Now, I know the law is the law, right? But sometimes the law has to really and truly, the law is blind. The law is blind unless we make the law see. You understand?
Hence we have lawyers.
That is
to
the
seek
reason
our
why,
interests.
to
Yes,
seek our
yes.
interest. So the man is telling the police, the predial larceny squad people, hey, that is the man who steal it. How you know that? He took the waka by this person to sell it. Right? And the fella say, here buying it. Because I don't want no thief and thing. Now the person realized that, and he started investigating, and he asked, did you see anybody coming to sell a waka? He said, yeah, and they called the name of the person. He brought that waka for me. So now you have hardcore evidence, but yet still they want to know. They won't get a waka again.
There was serial number, there was receipt.
What you buy
after
that
3 years?
After 3 years. So my friends, this is the hardship. This is the hardship that we have to go through, the farmers in the community. A man told me this, and I saw it on a video. A person abandoned a certain farm for a period of time, maybe a year or something like that. You know, when he went back, they dismantled everything. They thieved the toilet, they thieved the door, they thieved the roof, they dismantled the man truck, they take out the chassis. All what remained back there was the tree. They turned the thing upside down, and they thieved everything. It is on Facebook. But that happened in Felicity. That happened in our area.
Let me just add to that. About 2.5 months ago, on the eastern side of Upper Ashraf Road, in the Caroni land, so to speak, all right? There is this farmer who had his van there, he had his water pump, he had his sprayer, he had his waka, and other tools and chemicals, all right? And he was tending to his plants in the garden, about 3-4 acres, and bandits came.
I remember that.
Right?
I remember.
Beat that gentleman, took the water pump, put it in the van, all the other equipment, inclusive of the chemicals, and went away. We hit him with gun butt in his head.
And they could have killed him too.
Eh?
They could have murdered him.
And that's a very lonely place.
That they could have murdered him. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you, Trinidad and Tobago, something. That's the reason why I always say this. The business community, hats off to you all. And all those hard-working citizens. Imagine this. A man come to me this week, right? And he resigned. He's about 60-something, 65, I think. And he resigned his job. And you know what? He said, Imam, I don't want to go home and lalong and lale. He used the word lele or lale.
Lahe.
Lahe.
Yes.
Right? He said, lahe. I don't want to go home. I want to do something with my time now, boy. And I come by you, I want to get a small water pump. I say, boy, uncle, where you going to kill yourself now, boy? He said, yeah, I want to get a water pump where I can lift up.
Okay, who can get
yeah. Now you understand?
Yeah. You're not going to leave the water pump.
Yeah, they're buying thing now that they could put in a vehicle, a wheelbarrow or whatever and push it home.
Yeah, but the big answer is, or question is, did you sell him it?
Who? The guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to sell him.
Oh, you have small water
I have
pumps?
small one, yes.
Right.
I have small pump. So I sold him the pump. I tell him, I say, be careful, because I tell you something. Don't study water pump and a man come and come to kill you and rob you, and you studying water pump, you know. Because that is the condition we have reached in Trinidad and Tobago when a man come, because the commissioner of police, they are not telling us anything. They are remaining silent. We don't know. Right now, when you look at the cases, you seeing people with police uniform popping in front of your house. Yeah. You scared to come out. You scared to come out. They break down your door. You don't know if there's police or not, because sometimes they abuse you. Maybe they're legitimate police, but they abuse you. You don't know who is police and who is thief. You don't know who is police. You don't know who is bandit. And that is what is happening in this country.
But
Imam,
sooner or later, bandits dressed in police uniform is going to conduct roadblocks.
That happened already.
You don't make jokes.
Prem, behind time. A guy in Freeport did that.
Imam,
and a woman did that too.
You insulted me in
No,
camera.
Prem, no, we're not insulting.
You tell me I'm behind time, boy.
No, it's just a matter of lack of
All right,
information.
a little humor.
Yes, so my friends, those of you who are locked on this program, Hardfacts, give us a call, 740-3347. Tell us what is taking place. We want to talk about issues. We talk about the tenant who come in and rent in your place. They fail to realize you have to pay water rate. And you know something, every building now, every building that has tenant, they come in and they put in a meter.
For each tenant.
When you bathe in home, Prem, you are using more than a small paint bucket, a paint pan, 2 paint pan of water.
Correct, yeah.
You don't use more than that. I just use half paint pan of water and bathe, right? These people going in the bathroom and they're running that and they're bathing, like, you know, it's a free for all like they did in Hilton.
And you learn how to pay that
and
meter?
we had to pay the meter. We had to pay the bill. People don't understand what's going on. And what paining me here is that the very said things that is happening to those other people, it is happening to me at this present time. And you know what they're saying? But you're an imam. You're an imam. You have to help people. It have one person right now not paying any rent. Another man owing me 67,000, you can't find him. Another man owing me 4 months rent. Another man, because it's his birthday, he used the money and he can't pay rent. This is what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And you know what they're saying? They're using men like myself, Prem Chand. Hey, Prem, you're a religious man. You could help me out a little bit, boy. Give me a blind now. Give me a blind. That is the problem. I can't go and tell TNT, give me a blind. They will come and cut you off and you have to pay reconnection fee. Internet, Green Dot, whoever, they cut you off and they charge you internet fee. TSTT, same thing. Right? So don't come and tell me, give me a blind. We are trying.
So, Imam, honestly speaking, there is no redress for the landlord?
Nothing.
So what kind of laws we have in 2023?
Yeah, nothing.
We still that backward?
Yes.
You tell me I backward. The government backward now.
I am the biggest backward man because I tell you something, I still feeling sorry for these miscreants. I feeling sorry for them. And I tell myself, where they go, boy, where they go. And you know something?
Where they go?
Them
Where they go by you?
Them enjoying life, they eating, they drinking,
Wasting your
they
water.
smoking, they using free electricity, water. And you know something? When they passing and in front of you, you're seeing them, they're watching you in your face like this. They're watching you in your face, pray, man. You can't tell them nothing.
No.
Because you know why? You do something, they go and say, hey, this one pull a gun for me. That one chop me. That one try to interrogate. He do it. And you know something? The police will believe them.
Yeah. And your character going on.
Yeah, the police will believe them.
Sure, right, yeah.
Because when you go out and you make a report, hey, yeah, he pull a gun for me. He threatened me. He this, he that, he this. And you know something? The police will listen to them and say, yeah, that bitch boy, yeah, he do that. You understand? They discriminate against the business community. So, my friends, we have about 10 minutes again in our program. We ask you all to join with us, call us, tell us what is going on. The Bridal Road people, we're not forgetting you all. We're going to beat that horse until a donkey come out. Okay, we take a break.
So, welcome back, friends. Welcome back to our program Hardfacts on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. We know, Imam, that our viewership presently is probably 100, 150.
Yeah.
No mind they're calling, but people are texting, but we have to verify information before we publish it, okay?
Okay.
So, my friends, just to reiterate, because we are nearing the end of the program now, I said in 2023, there was an increase in banditry, and I use the slang, colloquial term that is choke and rob. Increase in crime, home invasion, kidnappings. We see a lot of non-disclosure deals being signed by the government. We see in the local election gone by, the roads remain the same water problem, high food prices, an increase in school violence. We see wars taking place in and around our globe here, and many such ills. Now, Imam, I have a question for you. All right? bearing all this in mind in 2023, and it was the same way in 2022, and we are stepping into another year called 2024, do you expect anything better from the government and the opposition in 2024 pertaining to these ills?
Right. I really and truly pleased with that question that you asked me there. And I am telling you something. We have a guy by the name of McFarlane, right? McFarlane, director has posted about different McFarlane. Right. Now, look at this guy here, right? This is a person who really and truly he got awarded in Trinidad and Tobago and stuff and so forth. Now, McFarlane, he's saying this, government and the opposition offering no hope for citizens.
But Imam, I didn't know that, This question came from our discussion today.
Yes.
I didn't know about that ad.
No, but I telling you something now. This is the sophistication of this station. We not playing here. We come out to do numbers in the true sense of the words to highlight. We don't care who is awarded medals and who is given status and position.
So if McFarlane is saying don't expect,
and he put it in a nutshell. He said don't expect nothing. No hope from the government and the opposition.
Okay. If that is your answer.
No, I answer.
I am saying if that is McFarlane's answer, and that is in agreement with the people of Trinidad and Tobago, what the heck are we doing with this government and this opposition?
At this point in time, I'll tell you something. At this point, sometimes you are between a rock and a hard place. That is what is happening with citizens in this country. Because I tell you something, really and truly, there is no hope. There is no hope in the both sector when it comes to representation. Because I tell you something, December going to finish, right? And then what are we going to enter? In what year?
2024.
2024. And we are talking about the election is coming up within the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? And we are seeing no representation, lack of representation, poor representation, and in some cases, no representation. We are seeing in this country, right? We are seeing in this country that if a person, he's a non-performer, chances are that person is going to get re-elected. Once you are a non-performer. Once you are a performer, automatically I don't know, like the system turned tipsy-turvy, upside down, in the sense that the good people, the one who perform well, they are thrown in the doghouse. They are thrown in the kennel. And the ones who do not, because they know how to surhawi. They know exactly how to surhawi. Prem, tell them what is surhawi.
Surhawi means they know how to oil properly and how to soft soap and how to, how to please somebody with your words only.
Right. So this is what you call surhawi. And there are people who know, they know exactly how to surhawi others. They will come and meet the Prime Minister. Hey, boss, use the best, use the best after sliced bread. And they will go by the opposition leader and lady, use the mother of the nation and use this and swell the head. And they wouldn't come out and say, you know what they do? Anytime, hey, Trinidad and Tobago, anytime somebody come praising you, know for a fact that they want something from you. They come in, maybe after today or after tomorrow, maybe 2-3 times they surhawi you. The 4th time when they done oil you down good, they come in, to see if they could take something from your wallet, take something, give them a borrow, or something like that. They want something. Nobody in a good mind will come and praise you for the right reason, unless they want something from you. That is the norm of the day.
Imam, that brings us back to a stale topic. And I use the word stale in inverted commas.
We did it before.
Right? We did it before.
Yeah.
Right? Ms. Prasad Bisasa, the leader of the opposition, all right? Madam, you are at your lowest low where popularity is concerned, where performance is concerned. There's talk, circulating silently in the country that you need to be replaced or step down. You have 18 people, you make it 19. They are also aware of that, Imam.
Prem.
And nobody is making a move. Lady, clear the way.
Prem, that is your take.
It is mine.
Now, this show here is Hardfacts. I am the owner of the station. Yes, my co-host has his opinion.
I am saying this, Imam, because of the voice of people.
Let me tell you something now, Prem. I beg to differ slightly on that matter, because I'll tell you something. When you look, right, when you look at the scenario, we have 19 MP, members of parliament in the opposition bench, right? And when we look at the 19, they cannot muster support to take to Port of Spain maybe 500 people out of 25,000 people to go in Port of Spain in a protest.
Arrest my case.
You understand what I'm saying?
Arrest my case.
So the point here is that okay, Director, thanks for the information there. And what we are saying, we're trying to wind up our program here today because 2 o'clock our program has to shut down, guarantee shut down, because we need to go to that janaza, that funeral there. And my friends, again, we don't really, I tell you something. I am saying this over and over and over, and many people dislike me for it. Many people dislike me for it. I tell you something, because people feel that, you know, I getting something from PNM. Me getting nothing from PNM, me getting nothing from UNC, and I don't want anything from all you unless it is legitimate. If I do something for you all and it warrants a payment,
correct,
you pay me.
Yeah.
Right? I did many hours of work for certain individuals in this country. I've never received anything. I didn't even get a thank you. I didn't get even a thank you. I sure get kicked in my rear. Because I tell you something, after 2 years and 3 years and 5 years and 10 years working hard, they have not picked up their phone and say, hey, assalamu alaikum. Because when they see me, normally, assalamu alaikum.
Big praises for the Imam.
Big praises, and this, that, and next. 2 years gone, 2.5 years gone, 3 years gone, and not a phone call from one of those bitches. Right?
Imam, let me say something here. I know the director given the signal there to wind up now, right? These 18 opposition
19.
MPs we have.
18 and 1 Kamla.
Leave the opposition leader
18.
aside. She's not going to adhere to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Walk through your constituency, 18 MPs, and ask the people their honest opinion. Should the leader of the UNC be replaced? I rest my case.
Right. No, as I tell you again, the opposition leader have mentioned in her platform, many of her speech, and even Dr. Rudal Munilal mentioned that there is no vacancy for leadership. They mentioned that...
When he vied for the position a year or 2 ago, was there a vacancy?
There was a vacancy. Again, that was the democratic process.
Right.
No problem with that. And people are identifying. But I tell you something, there are certain elements who know for a fact that if Kamla go, they have to go. You understand? It is like a,
you want to hit me for 6 with a no ball. You want 7 runs and 1 ball.
It's like a Lego.
But Lego? Imam, listen to me. People are suffering under these blasted people.
Exactly.
Forget who they like and who ain't like and who go remain and who go. We have a country to rescue.
Exactly. And that is what we're doing. We gradually doing it. We're letting people know this. And we watch me, as I said before, right? The opposition leader know for a fact that, hey, I have to do things, right? I have to get things done. Set up something in position whereby hereditary movement will take place. Whether you are the political leader or somebody else is the people need consultant. When you look at anything, you are a senior politician. You are an aristocratic politician. You are senior counsel. You was a past prime minister. You are a opposition leader for many years. You are minister of education. You are attorney general. You have a lot of things in your cadre. What I'm saying, my friends, is that things like that. I'm not saying who to go and who to stay, because there's some chair because I mentioned, if you listen carefully in our program here today, whenever you're doing something good, brace yourself for kick. Brace yourself for slap up. Brace yourself for negativity. But if you're doing something wrong, people stay away from you and they praise you. Because you know why? I know a man, I know an individual criticizing everybody. And people afraid to call him up, they're afraid to call him out. You know why?
You go criticize them
you
too.
Criticize them. And watch me. Hey, that's it. Who criticized me to hell was all you? That's all the business. I know for a fact that me, whatever I am doing, is for the master and me. I can't make you happy. Because I remember a certain individual, right? And I'll close him with this. A certain individual said this, that if the whole world is for you, right, and the Creator is against you, you have failed.
Correct.
And if the whole world is for you,
against you, is against you, and the Creator is for you.
For you, then you have failed. So just to understand the psychology of it, my friends, we are here in this program, we are not haters. We don't hate anybody. All we have highlighted thus far is reality check. Tenants want to come and take your building and rent and go away. And I want to tell you all something. You all, when you come to me to complain, brace yourself for me to record that conversation to put on this show. Otherwise, don't tell me nothing. Go straight to the Shogunas police or go to the Tunapuna police or take a lawyer and write them a letter. Don't come by me and ask me, Imam, we want you to talk about it, because we ask you to call the program 740-3347. The line is working. Because last week, Bridal Road, we get about 6-7 calls. One time, we had was to stop taking calls. My friends, this program is your program. Myself, Imam Rashid Karim, Premchand Balde, we are here to assist you and to assess the building of the nation. Whether the PNM doing something good, we're going to highlight it. Whether the UNC doing something good, we're going to highlight it. If the PNM is doing negativity and UNC or the opposition is doing negativity, we are going to highlight it on this program. And again, we are not going to show any bias or prejudice against anyone. Okay, so my friends, again, I want to thank you all very, very much. May God Almighty bless you all. Have a pleasant weekend. And just a reminder again, concerned Muslims of Trinidad and Tobago, they are telling us again that they are holding a Palestine Solidarity March and prayer that is tomorrow, joining millions of Muslims around the world and non-Muslim as well, right, to stop the genocide that is being committed by Israel and support the 100% what is taking place when it comes to the U.S. and all these things, they have taken their side. So my friends, again, we are saying that this Sunday coming, starting 2 p.m. at the Arangwes Savannah, there's going to be a solidarity walk around the perimeter. And we're asking you all to join with us. Come out there, show your solidarity. As I said before, we can't take up guns and ammunition and go to Israel. We can't do that, right? But what we are saying to you is that you can raise your hands and make supplication and ask the Creator, because everything, a dry leaf cannot fall without the help of God Almighty. And we close with that statement. May God Almighty bless each and every one of us. Prim?
Yeah. So that's about it, my friends. We have had a very short program today, but very compact and very factual and real.
Thank you.
So, until Monday, Adavars Kuda Hafiz.
Thank you all very much.